The world of investing wasn't one I grew up in. My first memory of the stock market took place on the school playground in my fourth year of primary school. A friend was telling me excitedly how she understood what those company charts on the news meant. You know, the ones with all the green arrows with the numbers next to them. Her dad had explained to her how to read the stocks on the TV, and she seemed pretty proud of herself. What is this investing thing? I asked myself. I too had seen those tables with the dollar signs next to companies like Apple or the USD. I knew what Apple was, I knew what the USD was, but nothing made intuitive sense. That evening, I went home eagerly waiting for the 6 o'clock news to arrive so I could ask my dad the same question. He tried his best to explain the ups and downs and the trends, but I just didn't get it. Looking back, I don't think he quite understood it either. But when you're 9, you don't think that way. You just assume you're not smart enough for it. It's not for me. I'm not good with numbers. I'm just naturally bad at maths. I could never invest. Or, my favourite, look at me. I'm not a rich man in a suit. I don't belong here. These were the thoughts I had about myself, about money, and about the world for the next 15 years. I knew I was somewhat smart, at least in academia, but investing didn't make sense. So it must just be me, right? The next run-in I had with investing was in my first year of university. I was waiting in line to get into a lecture when a classmate told me about a student he knew who had paid off his medical school loans through investing while still at university. I was studying science at the time, and at that point I didn't even know what a supply and demand graph looked like. How did he do it? I asked, in awe of the possibility of graduating debt-free and how so much money could be made in the market. His dad works in finance, my friend replied. Well, my family doesn't work in finance, so I guess I'll never know how to invest. Somehow seemed like the most logical thing to say at the time. Let's unpack that for a moment. I didn't bother to open up my mind to the possibility of asking more questions. If I didn't understand something, why didn't I ask? There were so many questions now that I would have asked. Who was he? How did he do it? Could I talk to him? Was there something that I could learn? Was there a book or a resource that his dad could recommend? Instead, young Simran shut down the idea of investing before she even gave herself a chance to explore the concept further. She didn't believe she was capable of learning, so she didn't bother trying. That was my second run-in with investing. Yet, despite being older than 9, my response was still the same. It must be me. I'm just not smart enough to understand how to invest. The world of investing never has really opened its arms to women or minorities. At best, it's maybe looked over its shoulder at us and given us a shrug, or perhaps reluctantly invited us to the party hoping that the invite would somehow get lost in the mail. Financial education has been scarce and it has not been accessible.